Hi there, this is Will. A while back they announced that they're going to close California Speedway, and I live real close to the track, so I used my Mustang on the track there. And since they announced the closure of it, until they reopened it, I decided to make my Mustang a street car. So in doing that, I took the rear differential cooler, removed it from the spare tire well, which I still think is the best place to put it because it keeps everything cool for the pump and the fluid itself, and does a real nice job efficiently cooling it. It gets plenty of air back here. So now I have a full-size spare back here, and I with a little cushion, a little item to go around the spare tire to make everything nice and close to it. So anyway, that's what I did, and then I moved it to the bottom. Now on the bottom of this car, if you just use it for street use, I don't think you really need one. But just in case I do take it to the track, I wanted to have a diff cooler since I already had all the money in it. So this is what I did. I mounted it here. Okay? That is behind the sway bar and before the electronic box that's back here. And this is just a standard trans cooler with a fan. For street use, you don't even really need a fan. If you just want to put a small cooler back there, it does a lot of good. So the way I got it plumbed is it comes out of the diff here, and I went 6 AN this time instead of 8 AN. I don't need the extra cooling. But I got a check valve I think is very, very important. That keeps the fluid from going back into the diff, possibly overfilling it. It goes it goes actually under this case, under the fan module, and comes out here, goes into the cooler, goes out down to the pump, which is located real close to the muffler, but I built a heat shield right here. And then I've got it going in and then out, and I've got it going the opposite direction and coming around here and then back over the diff cooler, out here, and then into the diff. This has been raised up off the pan about 1 inch. I just used some 1 inch square tubing, aluminum, put some rev nuts in it, and bolted it straight to the pan. In any case, you could do that. If you did it with just without a cooler, without a fan, you could probably get away with this for about maybe $300. If you use if you go to Ford and buy a trans cooler out of the 10A, the automatic transmission, you can mount that back here real easy, and then have the pump where it's here. These pumps are pretty much standard size, so I wanted everything that was really easy to get to. Electrically, I run my cable up and in. It goes inside the trunk. Got it hooked up in there. So basically the hookup is the same electrically, just the position of the diff cooler itself. So hopefully that's a good picture for you guys. It's very clean. When I go back to using the car track only, or most of the time, then I'll put it back in the spare tire well. But this is something anybody can do. And once again, for street use, is probably you don't need one. But if you do HPDD, high performance driving event, in between sessions, the diff does have a tendency to heat soak, so it wouldn't hurt to have one. Anyway, if you have any questions, please feel free to give me a DM, and I'll answer them for you, okay? So here's just another quick look at it. We got 45 seconds left for a 5-minute video. So I'll burn it up here. Piece of cake.